This video is sponsored by Shortboxed, the easiest and safest way to buy and sell graded comic books. Visit them today using the link in the description. Due to my travel schedule, I am a little tardy in releasing this video in which I count down the top 10 most purchased comics on the Shortboxed app. To make it up to you, instead of doing a single month, we are going to count down the top 10 most purchased books for the entire year, from January all the way through the end of April. And there are a couple of surprises on this list, including the fact that 2 books essentially tied for the 10th spot. I hope you enjoy. Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. As I mentioned, we are going to count down the top 10 most purchased comics for the entire year, from January all the way through the month of April. The number 10 book on the list is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 252. This book is the first regular series issue where the black costume is actually donned. The CGC 9.8 currently has a 30-day average value of $1,658 and is trending upward. The second number 10 book on the list is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 300, the first full appearance of Venom. The CGC 9.8 has a 30-day average value of $3,801 according to Go Collect. Number 9 is New Mutants issue number 98. This book is the first appearance of Deadpool, Copycat as Domino, and also Gideon. The CGC 9.8 has a 30-day average value of $1,563. Number 8 is Moon Knight issue number 1. This comic is the first self-titled series and ongoing series for Moon Knight. It is also the first appearance of Bushman and Khonshu. A CGC 9.8 has a 30-day average value of just $346, trending downward. Number 7 is Ultimate Fallout issue number 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales. This book's placement on the list is driven not just by the first print, but also by the second print and the second print variants. A 9.8 copy of the first print has a 30-day average value of $1,807. Number 6 on the list is Wolverine issue number 1, which happens to be Wolverine's first solo series. The 9.8 has a 30-day average value of $684. Number 5 is Spawn issue number 1. This comic is the first appearance of Al Simmons, aka Spawn, Wanda, as well as Sam and Twitch. The 9.8 has a 30-day average value of $164. Number 4 is Something is Killing the Children issue number 1, and this includes all of the associated variants for issue number 1. A 9.8 of this book from Boom Studios has a 30-day average value of $652 for the first print. Number 3 is Spider-Man issue number 1, including the green, gold, and silver covers. This Todd McFarlane book from 1990 has a pretty stable value. A CGC 9.8 has a 30-day average value of $90, which has been pretty much unchanged for the last year. Number 2, X-Men issue number 1 from 1991. The 9.8 has a 30-day average value of $83, which is pretty consistent for the last year. Number 1, Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars issue number 8. This book is the origin of the alien symbiote which eventually becomes Venom. The 9.8 has a declining 90-day average value of $613. Before I wrap up this video, I actually want to run through another top 10 list. The folks at Shortboxed took a look at all of the transactions across the platform and they rolled it up to individual characters and or teams. And so I want to run through the top 10 purchased comics by character. Number 1 on the list is Spider-Man. Number 2, a DC favorite, Batman. Number 3, X-Men. Number 4, Star Wars. Number 5 is the Fantastic Four, followed by number 6, Wolverine. Number 7, another team, that being the Avengers. Number 8, another DC favorite, Superman. In the 9th spot is Venom, and rounding out the list is Thor. With that said, we will now wrap up this video. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch. If you enjoyed this video, I want to encourage you to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I want to invite you to do that now. By subscribing and turning on notifications, you won't miss out on any of the content that I release from the channel. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care. If you haven't already done so, I want to invite you to check out a quality publication that I am releasing called Isolation. Our issue 4 is available right now as a Kickstarter on SWOLDIERpublishing.com. Link in the description.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yeah. Should you practice art, or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it. Not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know? The one that's gonna be a master, the one that's more than a rapper, the one that's an educator, the one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts, he's got the mindset expansive. He understands that his time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sort of like when you look at a brain scan, straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations, synergy and combinations. You fly and we waiting, Indian style in the gold.